Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be how chosen ones will be rewarded after suffering. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, this video is gonna be based upon how chosen ones will be rewarded after suffering. Yes, sir. Now, I know if you clicked on this video, you watching it for a very specific reason. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to the very end of this video. Now, I understand that you may be going through it. I understand that you may be going through your Job period. I understand that you may be feeling like you losing certain things. But I want you to understand something. Chosen ones will be rewarded after suffering. Now, we're going to get into the first reason of why that's so. So number one, it's going to be this, y'all. Preparation. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, it's going to simply be because of preparation. All right? Now, what do I mean by that? Everything that you ask for, everything you ask to be, the person that you ask to become, you got to go through this because it's preparation. No, I'm not saying that God want to put you up under a heater, burn you up, and then he got to fry you up just so you can get to your blessing. I'm not saying that. Because all great things come from God. Anything that's bad or negative come from Satan, the devil. What I'm simply saying is God has to put that fire on you just to make sure that you're being molded into the true test of gold that he created you to be. See, realize something. As a chosen one, you're going to be rewarded simply because that preparation has prepared you for the person that you asked to become. Preparation is key, y'all. You know, when I was going through my Job moment, when I was going through losing my marriage, losing my friends, lost my job. Well, actually, I quit my job, if I'm being honest. I quit my job simply because I wanted to, just chase my dreams as an entrepreneur. But the case in point, y'all, is I still was losing everything around the same time, right? I started losing everything around the same time. And so what I'm simply saying, y'all, it was like a Job moment. You know how Job lost his kids, he kind of lost the respect of his friends. He lost, those cattle. He lost his prized possessions, right? He lost those things. And he went through that time for a little minute, right? So for you, that can be months. That can be years, right? Multiple years. But understand that you will have a reward at the end of that tunnel. All right? So right here, y'all, in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1 through 2, it says, the preparations of the heart belongs to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. Yes, sir. Let me say it once again, y'all. This right here is a powerful message. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in. Right here in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1 through 2, it says, the preparations of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits, right? God look at your spirit. God look at the person that you become. God look at who you are within inside you, right? That's why I never judge the character of a man from, or by what he do. I judge the character of a man by who he is and how he stands in the midst of adversity. Because that person that's in adversity, that's who that person really is, right? That's who that man really is, okay? Y'all, money exposes a person. So if there was a terrible person, without money, they're going to be an even worse person with money. If there was a good person, with money, they're going to be if there was a good person without money, they're going to be an even better person with money. Okay, we know what does that got to do with anything? It's going back to the spirit, who a person really is, right? Once again, y'all, the preparations of the heart belongs to man, right? So although we are going through certain situations in life, listen, y'all, as you prepare to become a better person, your spirit is being judged. And throughout that preparation, Throughout that time of you not knowing what's going on, but you still being molded. Throughout that time of suffering, throughout that time of that pain, is profit on the other side, waiting for you to gain. Chosen ones will be rewarded. But see, you needed that preparation of the heart. You needed that preparation of the soul and spirit. You needed that preparation in order for you to be able to sustain, maintain, okay, the things that God has for you. Understand something, y'all. Chosen ones will be rewarded. I told y'all this is going to be a powerful video. Y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments and say chosen. Yes, sir. Number 2, it's going to be this, chosen ones. Persecution. Persecution. Okay? You have to understand, when you following the ways of God, when you're following the ways of Christ, when you are following, you know, the ways of righteousness, right? All those type of things, right? It's going to be people who persecute you when you are following your vision, okay? And your God-given vision at that. There's going to be individuals who persecute you. Treat you, you know, in an ill-mannered way, right? Look down on you. You know, people say, oh, you must think you better than us. Who do you think you are? Persecution. You know, y'all, what a lot of people don't realize about Jesus was he was a perfect man. There was no reason for him to be persecuted. If Jesus was a perfect man, why was he persecuted? It was the fact that he was perfect. It was the fact that he was doing everything right. So you got to understand, when you're chosen, you're doing things, and let me say this, y'all, you're not perfect, but you're doing things better than the average person. Why? Because you're chosen. So you're moving more diligently. You're moving more strategically. You're moving more with your mind instead of the ways of the world. You know, you're not following the desires of the world. However, you're following the desires of God. And so those who are sitting back, you know, being worldly and temporal, they looking at you like, who do you think you are? They ready to persecute you. That's what they want to do. They're ready to persecute you. So you got to understand, y'all, you know, persecution is a part of the whole process, right? You have to understand something. You're going to be rewarded, but you're not just going to get the blessing with no persecution. Somebody drop in the comments and say persecution. You're going to be rewarded, but you're not going to get the reward with no persecution. Meaning you're not going to be able to get the trophy with no sweat, with no blood, no tears, no hard fights. That's not how it happens, y'all. Okay? LeBron had to fight for the rings. Michael Jordan had to fight for the rings. Beyonce had to fight for that Grammy. And so that's the same thing with you. In order for you to get your reward, you're going to have to fight for it. Persecution, y'all. Right here in Matthew chapter 5, verse 10, it says, blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Yes, sir. Let me say it once again, y'all. Louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, y'all, it says, blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. See, he knows what you go through down here on earth. Once again, y'all, ain't this God who sit high but look low? Meaning he sit at the top of the top, okay? He up there, that's the most high. However, he looking low. Okay, he looks very low in all the projects, in all the hoods, in all the poverty places, poverty-stricken environments. Okay, understand something, y'all. He see it all because his life or either death in the tongue. And so as you speak it, the more you feel it. As you feel it, the more it begins to seep into your heart. And so you're going to run to it anyway, especially if you write the vision down, make it plain. It's going to come to you, although it tarries. We talking heavy, y'all. See, chosen ones will be rewarded greatly. You don't got to worry. You just got to keep pushing. You got to stay the course. You got to remain righteous, because there's going to be a lot of people who don't like what you're doing. Persecution is a part of the family, okay? So moving on to the next one, y'all, you got to understand, you are living the life of Jesus, okay? I just had to add that in there. But moving on to the next one, y'all. Number 3, dedication to righteousness. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Dedication to righteousness. Now, we just spoke about that, you know, a little bit, very minutely. However, you know, being dedicated to righteousness, it's a tough battle. This is the reason why chosen ones will be rewarded, because it's not easy, y'all. It's not easy. So, y'all my family, so I gotta tell y'all everything. I was at the airport dropping off a loved one, right? And so, my car was on the side of the curb, okay? And so, being honest with y'all, we're not supposed to park right there. However, I had did it before in the past, but the point was, I just wanted to make sure that my loved one got inside the airport safely, and I was gonna come right back to the car and go ahead and go about my merry way. Well, when I came back to the car, I seen this dude, this police officer. He was a cop, right? I guess for the airport. You need to get back to your car. Yeah, you need to get back to your car. And I was like, do I know you? You know what I'm saying? Do you know me from somewhere? And I was looking at him. I said, he was like, yeah, you. I said, hey, man, 1 second. Because I was trying to talk to him and reason with him, let him know, hey, man, I get it. You see a black man in a hoodie with a hat, but I'm not the average ignorant, you know what I'm saying? I am an intelligible, scholar. I'm not the average black man that you probably may see and look at. So when he was speaking to me, it was with so much aggression. It was with so much, hate towards himself, though. And so what I noticed in our community, we look at an individual, and since we hate ourselves, we automatically hate what looks like us. Another black brother, regardless of his title, regardless of him being a cop, whatever the case is, I'm another black man, another black brother, right? Why would you look at me, and have so much aggression in your heart? Never talked to you, never said anything. Is this about the vehicle, or is this spiritual warfare? Is this about the vehicle, or is this about what you're going through in your own life? Is this about the vehicle, or is it because you hate your job and you have so much hate within you, and so the next person that you see, you take out their frustration and their anger onto them? I'm another young black brother. Why so much aggression? And so the way I handled it, family, I said, I recognized it, right? I recognized the spirit. I said, no problem, brother. Have a good one. Yeah, all right. Yeah, love is going to always conquer all. Love will conquer anger. Love will conquer hate. Love always conquers. That's why God is more powerful than the devil. And so my point is, the way I handled the situation was me being dedicated to righteousness. I took the higher road. Now, obviously, being that he's a cop and a police officer, I'm not going to reach the heights anyway because I go to jail. But also, I probably could have exchanged a few words, right? I could have exchanged a few words, but why would I even go back and forth with that energy? Why would I even go back and forth with that spirit? It's not a good spirit, okay? You talking about a person who got so much anger in them, he probably could have, shot me or, tried to arrest me just for no reason. Just because I'm a black man with a hoodie on and a hat. And so for those who are watching this who are, outside of my race, right? Because I have a lot of different supporters and fans. This ain't nothing personal. This is me just simply saying that we have this bad in our community. We have it bad in our community. But more importantly, spiritual warfare is not only with color. Spiritual warfare goes for everybody. Regardless if you're black, white, Hispanic, I don't care who you are, right? And so in this case, it was a mixture of all of it, right? But I say all that to say this. I was dedicated to righteousness. The way I handled the situation was like an adult, was like, with love, care, kindness, compassion. I'll move my vehicle for you, Mr. Officer. No problem, right? But see, a person who was in kindness, care, compassion, love. Hey, brother, I got to do my job, man. You got to move your car. Hey, man, listen, I would love to, but guess what, man? Then I have to end up getting your car towed. You see what I'm saying, y'all? It's a way to handle it versus, hey, man, you need to move your car. I got a tow truck. I don't want to hear you talk. I don't have nothing to do with this. You look at my appearance and you judge me. You probably hate yourself and you hate your job. And not only that, we dealing with a spirit that's inside of you. God bless his heart. If y'all got a hater, if you got somebody who's hostile towards you, if you have a person who persecutes you, just say, drop in the comments, y'all, and say, God bless your heart. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, God bless your heart, all right? So moving on to the next one, y'all. Just wanting to give y'all that, that little situation, right? But anyway, y'all, small things to a giant. Number 4, you're faithful to God's will. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are faithful to God's will, okay? Now, with this one right here, y'all, probably don't have to expound on it so much, but I'm sure that y'all understand what I mean by being faithful to God's will. So let's just say, God has called you to be a preacher, okay? You're being faithful to his will. Let's just say God called you to be a caretaker. You're being faithful to his will. Let's just say that God called you, to speak to kids, not on a preacher level, but just speaking to kids. That's your calling, right? You're being faithful to God's will. So whenever you're being faithful to God's will, that's going to be a reward for that. That's going to be a reward, y'all. And so when you are a loyal servant, okay, like I told y'all, a wealthy man is a man who serves all. Whenever you are a loyal servant, you're going to be successful by default because you are serving the people, okay? But guess what? It's not just any people. You're serving God's people, all right? And not only just God's people, but it's almost like you're in recruit mode. And what you're trying to do is recruit as many people and enlighten as many people as possible so they can be awakened to the truth, right? That's why I love what I do. If you're not speaking about God, then who are you speaking about? It's only two sides, y'all. You can't serve two masters. Who are you speaking about? And so what I'm simply saying, y'all, is this right here. Whenever you are faithful to God's will, doing exactly, what he wants you to do, being faithful to the purpose that he has for your life, you will be rewarded. You will be successful. And once again, y'all, with you being a loyal servant, okay, you will be very wealthy because once you begin to serve the people, God will then reward you for serving his people, okay? So understand that, y'all. And so the last one, y'all, is going to be this right here, okay? So number 5, you will be a blessing to many. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you will be a blessing to many. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. God, he has to bless you. He wants to bless you. Because once he bless you, you're going to be a blessing to many. So it's like he's using you as a vessel, right? He's using you as a vessel. See, some people may not be as responsible as you. Some people may not be able to hold as much accountability as you. Some people may not be able to, hold that responsibility, okay, that God has given you, right? See, to whom much is given, much is required, which means the things that he's given you, it's a lot that's required from you. And so just because they can't handle it doesn't mean that you can't, right? See, that's why it was a Moses, okay? Moses was blessed by God, but God used Moses to bless his people. Joshua was blessed by God. Why? Because he had an anointing from God, but Joshua was able to bless his people. Noah blessed his people through who? God. Understand something, y'all. Whenever you are being blessed, the blessing is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger, y'all. It's so much bigger. And so, a great example of this to me would be somebody like Tyler Perry, right? Somebody like Tyler Perry. He came in the industry looking for, opportunities, looking for a platform. They declined them. Had to suffer for a little bit. Had to go through pain for a little bit. But once he said, let me go ahead and build my own table. Y'all remember when I said in my other video, y'all, that God is about to build a table amongst your enemies? Well, that's what God did for Tyler Perry. So now he's able to provide a platform for other people that look like him, okay? And so what I'm simply saying, y'all, is this right here. God didn't just bless Tyler Perry just for Tyler Perry to enjoy his blessings and his little family. No, God blessed Tyler Perry so he can bless other people, right? And that's how it works, y'all, whether it's on a big level or a smaller level, okay? And so with that being said, realize something, y'all. Chosen ones will be rewarded, okay? These are true facts, all right? And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and do a recap, and then we'll conclude this video. So number 1, preparation. Number 2, persecution. Number 3, dedication to righteousness. Number 4, faithful to God's will. And number 5, you will be a blessing to many. So y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all check out any one of the links in my description. Check out any one of my books. That's 8 Steps to Self-Publishing, a Successful Book, Rich Mentality, Traumatized by Love, as well as Fairly Unequal. Also, be sure to check out any one of my memberships. That's my YouTube membership, as well as my Patreon. And don't forget, family, be sure to enroll into my social influence course. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.